Hi, this is Victor, and I'm going to be performing my fact based story from the story of Heidi Lamar. Here we go. Heidi Lamar story begins on November 9th, 1914. In the heart of Vienna, Austria, she was born with a wealthy and very rich family. Heidi was known for her remarkable beauty and her very intelligent mind. Even as a teenager, she commended the presence of having a very sharp mind, and at the age of 17, she had already made a great name for herself by being in Europe, by being in a controversial movie called Ecstasy in 1993. But Heidi's life was a big dramatic between turns and funds. In the late 1930s, as the dark shadows of World War II began, she found herself trapped in a very difficult marriage. She was in a marriage with a wealthy arms dealer with a political situation, and also deteriorating a Nazi influence and rising. Heidi decided to make a very bold action to make her life change. She decided to go to Hollywood to seek out a brand new beginning for her. And lucky for her, she went ahead and did it to Hollywood. As she was in Hollywood, Heidi dazzled the audiences with her beauty and quickly became one of the most captivating actresses of the time. Yet, there was way more to Heidi than what met the eye. As she was very glamorous behind the cameras and behind the scenes, she also had a very brilliant mind behind her work. During World War II, Heidi became very fascinated with technology that was used in the war. She noticed that Allied forces used radio control frequency systems so that way that when a vulnerability would pop out, enemies would use this interference to destroy countless of lives. But she was driven to make a difference. She teamed up with the composer of George Antheil, and George and Heidi together created a revolutionary idea. Their idea was to make a system that allowed different signals to rapidly change between frequencies, making it very impossible for enemies to intercept or jam the communication. Though it was very ahead for its time, this invention would eventually be the foundation for modern technology like Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, and GPS. Recognition for Heidi's technology's contributions came later in life. In 1997, she and George Antheil received the Electronic Frontier Foundational Pioneer Award, honoring her groundbreaking work. 14 years after her passing, in 2014, Heidi was inducted to the National Inventors Hall of Fame, forever claiming a legacy that not only allowed her to be a Hollywood legend, but a trailblazing inventor. Heidi Lamar sadly passed away on January 19th, year 2000. But her story still continues to endure. She is remembered today not only for her beauty, but for her extreme talent and her remark, something that would make her very unique and a individual that would meet more than the eye. Heidi's journey is a continuation and a very powerful reminder that sometimes the people that we see and interact can unexpectedly present us to be powerful heroes and the people who can end up changing the life of themselves and many other people. And in today's world, we also have to recognize that there are people who you may find to be very unique in everyday settings.